Hi there, it's Polly here, just with a very strange little game anecdote. I want to show you, this is one of my oldest dice. This is Blood Drinker. This had a certain notoriety in Melbourne convention gaming circles and so on. As you can see, it is very old and very worn. It is a first generation Zocchi gem dice. So this had spikes literally that could, caltrop level, stop charging elephants. They are worn down. It doesn't make this dice any less dangerous. It's called Blood Drinker because of the number of players and umpires that this thing has pierced. This thing has literally slaked its thirst on the blood of dozens. So it's an early little gem dice. I think it's a 1979, might be a 1980, but definitely from my high school days. So we were playing. I got this because it was a gem thing and it was green, hooray! And I've got some other gem dice from that same set. What have we got? Still lurking around. There we go. We got a D8 from the same set. But we go off on school camp, and we are in a bungalowy thing which has multiple tiered bunks. So we are playing D&D on the floor all sodding night. My friend Mark, who is the umpire, he wants to be up on the top bunk and everything, and of course in the morning he springs down from the bunk and just lands straight on this thing, and I think he still has this horrifying triangular scar in his foot to this day, because it just went blood everywhere. Everyone's woken up to this dice sticking out of someone's foot. Yes, that was its first strike, and I mean, this thing, that was the first game it was ever in. Subsequently, bouncing off onto the floor while various clumsy gamers have been around, Toxic Gamer was one of its favourite victims, because he was clumsy. He would constantly knock it on the floor. Yeah, I think it pierced him twice. Whenever he cheated, a couple of times, and he would knock it on the floor, then he'd stand on this thing. I know my friend Damien also trod, like, not, a little thick shot, splunge, wee, running full force, blam, on this thing. It is, and I took it over to a Gen Con in the 80s with, a dice set, and some other poor bugger trod on it there. In the hotel room as we're all playing, sitting around playing with something, I think this guy Brad trod on it, and more blood pissing everywhere. So yes, this thing is lethal. But what is quite funny is that it also tends to roll really well after someone has trodden on it. So essentially, if you feed the dice, it gets straight fours. So it's been kept somehow through all life's disasters, failed marriages, houses burning down, the whole thing. Somehow I've managed to preserve this over more than 40 years of playing. And yes, it remains a cool joke today. It's like if you're playing something like D&D, particularly if you are a magic user and you're wanting to throw magic missile spells and so on, they use a D4 and these sorts of things. Like, Blood Drinker is kept in its own case and it's zipped up, and it's like, oh my god, we really need the power. All right, well, we can bring out Blood Drinker, but it may exact a terrible price. So yes, I'm so glad it remains. It's greatly beloved, still in play regularly every week for 43 years. I love it. Tiny little piece of idiotic gaming history. Anyway, bye.